Please subscribe to this channel for more videos related to Catholic Christian teaching. Sententia communis, Latin for common opinion, refers to a theological opinion that is generally accepted by theologians but not definitively taught by the Church, that is, not binding as article of faith. So it carries weight because of its broad acceptance in the tradition, but it does not oblige the faithful with the same authority as de fide truths, that is, dogmas of faith, divinely revealed and defined, or doctrina certa, that is, truths logically connected with revelation and taught definitively. Examples of sententia communis teaching: that Saint Joseph was sanctified before his birth, similar to John the Baptist. Many theologians have held this view, but the Church has never defined it. Acquired knowledge is the natural human knowledge which proceeds from sense perception and which is achieved through the abstracting activity of the intellect. That Christ possessed this kind of knowledge follows as a necessary consequence from the reality and the completeness of his human nature, since the specific human capacity to know and the natural human activity of cognition which comes from it belong to complete human nature. The denial of experiential knowledge in Christ leads finally to Docetism. Docetism is an early Christian heresy that asserts Jesus Christ was not fully human, but only appeared to be, having a phantom or illusory body instead of a real one. The name comes from the Greek word dokein, meaning to seem. Docetists believed that a divine being, like Christ, could not possess a material body, which they considered evil and corrupt, and that his suffering, death, and resurrection were not real events. The experiential knowledge of Christ is found in his growth in wisdom, as seen in Luke chapter 2. And Jesus advanced in wisdom and also in his apprenticeship in obedience. That is, his experience in the practice of obedience as found in Hebrews chapter 5. He learned obedience from what he suffered. The parables of Jesus reveal a penetrating perspective on the nature of daily life. According to Luke chapter 2, there was a progress in the human knowledge of Christ, in his scientia beata and in his scientia infusa. According to St. Thomas, a real progress of knowledge was not possible, as both modes of cognition from the very beginning encompassed all real things of the past, the present, and the future. In regard to these two modes of cognition, a progress can be spoken of only in the sense of a successive manifestation corresponding to his different age stages of knowledge, which he had from the beginning. According to the teaching of St. Bonaventure, there is, apart from divine knowledge, the possibility of growth in the secondary object of the Scientia Beata. Since the soul of Christ in the state of journeying has more habitual or dormant knowledge with capacity to know something than actual knowledge, the active, conscious awareness of its object. In his Scientia Acquisita, a real progress was possible insofar as the habit of knowledge acquired in the natural way could be increased step by step by the abstracting activity of his intellect. As the knowledge which Christ acquired through his experimental knowledge was already contained in his Scientia Beata and in his Scientia Infusa, it was new not in its content, but only in the mode by which Christ attained it. According to the teaching of St. Bonaventure, if the Scientia Infusa is abandoned, there still remains the capacity for progress in understanding in this realm. Summing up the immediate divine consciousness of Jesus as non-objective knowledge, there is thus a real human experience and compatibility with spiritual development. Please go to YouTube Retirementality channel, playlist, Doctrine of Jesus Christ the Redeemer for the complete series of these materials.